Day 298 of the worldwide Megacrisis Hungerstrike. Whew, I'm feeling much better. I'm in this twilight zone between ketosis and feeling full. I ate and I stayed up all night last night doing this deep dive into the Articles of Confederation of the United States and how it became the Constitution, because guess what? Some big updates. We are starting in an intergovernment for real. And we just secured a $24,000 donation to book a room for the physical side. And I'm going to help manage the online side, where we're going to, by the end of the conference, literally have elections and start running it. And if you want to run in these elections for God's government, or if you're atheist, the genuinely rational government, or if you're philosophical, the ideal genuinely wise government, then this is for you. So we're going to accept some applications and have what we're calling the last conference of humanity, but it's going to have a surprise in it, and it's going to be the beginning as well. So that's very exciting that we got our core vision down. If you join our training, the core, which I'm going to tell you next, inspired this individual of what we're going to try and use the conference for. And they liked it so much, we asked them for 24,000. They gave more than that, actually. And there's more people that want to jump on board. So that was it's real now. It's very exciting. We don't just have one room booked out. We could book out this whole 10,000 person venue, big conference center, and invite people from all over the world. We have world-class information now, as you guys know. We're the only ones in the world that are teaching the structure of pure wisdom, which is also the structure of pure meaning, which is also the structure of pure cognition, absolute cognition, which is the structure of pure being, which is the structure of pure mind. It's all the same structure, but how can that be? Isn't it supposed to be somehow different? If they're all the same, then they're not really saying anything. But it's a weird kind of it's enlightened cognition. It's a way to look at opposites happening simultaneously, but in an informative way, not in an empty, what's called a tautology, where you're just repeating the same thing, not saying anything. So we got world-class bleeding edge information on wisdom, which will solve the mega crisis. And now we have world-class people and a world-class venue in Philadelphia, which is where the United States Constitution was born, as the free world, right? But we're actually sublating the religious world, the artistic world, capitalism, communism, socialism, art, religion, science. All of them are actually one system, one structure of truth. And we show that now. We resolve all the contradictions between the modes of expression. And we take those oppositions that are warring and turn them into moments of each other so they flow as genuine reason. Reason is about flowing through the limits of the finite understanding. The finite understanding draws boundaries and holds things fixed so that you can grapple with them, know them. But if you fixate on them, they become rigid, ossified, and dead. They have to be fluid moments. They got to be clear, and they have to be reasoned through. And that's what wisdom is about. Principles that are alive. Okay, so the core is about this. So we talked about the core in one sentence. I just had a friend message me and said it's too late now. They said you were right, but it's too late. I said nope. There's one more thing we're right about, and that's that it's not too late. But we have to get going, guys. Massive action on this core, right? One World Spirit core starts with time compression through clarity on ego wisdom. The problem being the mega crisis, the solution being the two sacred sentences, and the implementation being the flow, rolls, and flocks. Boom, done. That's the high level summary. That's all they need to know. And then we go back and we unpack it, right? Now, what is the mega crisis? In 15 points, we talked about it on a previous video. Now we talked about agency, meaning, trust, coordination, community, spirit, and love. And now we're on fragmented consciousness. This is the heart of the problem. Once you achieve community, it's a feeling of being an individual in a collective whole fluidly. You have fixed boundaries yourself, but your boundaries somehow feel like they're touching the boundaries of everybody else in the community. It's not transactional in a dead way where you're touching each other, but you're touching each other in an external way. Not like friendly, not like you see yourself in the other. You see money in the other, it's about it. But that genuine feeling of connection is what community is, spirit is. And it only happens when your mind becomes unfragmented enough to start seeing the whole of yourself in another person. Not just a fragment of yourself in another person, the whole of you too. And that's where something kind of mystical happens, but in a rational way, where there's a simultaneousness in the difference. And that simultaneousness is what we call synchronicity. Well, Carl Jung would have called this more like synchronicity, these deeper underlying connections that aren't just coincidences. It's the funny playfulness, it's the cosmic giggle behind the real dialectical and speculative nature of the world. And it's, you see the profound in the mundane. So you look at something small and it's amazing. Your mind starts to surf the Milky Way, is what this documentary with John Adams was about. That's what we did for movie night yesterday, is we watched this pretty amazing documentary that Tom Hanks, I guess, directed. But it gave us a feeling of, we are going to be the founding fathers, mothers, spirits of scientists and artists and religious of this new God's government, this new wise government. Okay, so you got to get the fragmentation out of it, though. The way that we organize departments in governments today is not how God does it. It's not how wisdom does it. So we found out how to do that. So now ours are aligned with pure wisdom. And when you come into our group, we teach you why it's got to be this way. So we have the three ministries. There's three ministries. Ministry of logic, ministry of nature, ministry of spirit. And that's where you begin to understand the simplicity actually has this profound, repeating, alive fractalness to it. It's a really incredible holonic feeling. Everything is whole, but it's also part. The parts of the whole and the whole of the parts. It's kind of holographic in a way. But it's got this edge to it that is really entertaining because it's everywhere. This is what universal logic is. It's universal. All true things have this kind of shimmering, playful, cosmic giggle that's meaningful if it's not playful or funny. It's this pure meaning that even when it's painful, it makes it worth it. And we're about to go through a painful experience here in this mega crisis, right? Because there's a lot of fragmentation. Which your mind touches as fragmented, fragments everything else, which is preventing us from cooperating. We see each other as factions, too separate to really open up and share as if we were one being. It would be like the kidneys not sharing enough blood to the heart. It's foolish. If every organ is essential to life, even one sick organ causes the whole thing to be sick. And that's how human beings are or need to feel. And that's how God's government or the universal logic government makes people feel is significant. You are in the essence. There's a perfection in you that we give in the proof of truth, which you get for free. I give it to you for free. The inner Messiah that is in you. That perfect side is what you can tie into to get outside of the existential side that shows you that everything's diverse and different and that you're a small little speck in it. But remember, the speck is the whole and the whole is the speck when you come from the universal side. And then you realize that you are already in everything. Not in some empty, abstract, mystical, culty way, but in a really entangled, rational way, which we're teaching, okay? All right, so emergency core, what's happening in the world? People are really freaked out about the Iran war. They're restricting oil. It's causing panic, prices to go up even more when people are struggling. And now people are starting to catch on, the middle class is starting to catch on why they're in pain. And it's because the AIs are literally taking all their jobs as we're speaking. That's why I'm on Hungerstrike so fast. Ooh. So this conference is going to teach people who come. There's going to be 65 main speakers, but we have 5 types of translations to involve everyone. Everyone belongs in God's government. We teach how to get over that fragmentation so that in the final session, we actually vote and we come together and we start these new divine decrees that will solve the mega crisis in miraculous time. So that's exciting. That's exciting. That just happened yesterday. And we inaugurated it by watching this third documentary for our movie night, which is not just Slack movie nights. We're in an emergency, right? We're watching videos that are inspiring us and educating us on historical context around similar problems and what went wrong in the past, and so that we don't make those naive mistakes because we have wisdom. Okay? And of course, we're going to finish the wifey. We can have our vegan cake and eat it too. Our personal, professional, and activist lives can happen all at once in a true new kind of beauty because we grasp that simultaneity in all the fragments, right? The whole and all the fragments, the boundlessness of being in all the beings. And so for my needs, I'd love to meet my wife and have her work on this with me. Am I saying to her, the wifey slogan, if she's too hardcore for everybody else, she's just right for me. She's vegan, as you guys know, likes gourmet vegan food, and wicked, intelligent, loving, willing to risk her life for others, and doesn't just talk the talk, she walks the walk. So wakes up every day, and I will inspire her, because this is my life too. I just do this. This is what the Messiah does. Just cares. But she'll inspire me too. I don't have to pull her. I don't have to, we're going to learn from each other. But anyway, I'm excited that she's out there. What you seek seeks you. So if you know somebody who's seeking somebody like me, submit their application in God's portal. And we'll help you too if you come to our meetings. We actually just pivoted on yesterday. We pivoted our approach. And I think this will be a lot more sustainable to find 108 volunteers for this conference coming up. The last conference of humanity, that will then become the conference of the beginning conference of spirit. Okay, keep sublating. Send the wife, or if you are the wife, just send me some kind of hardcore. Be yourself. If you are yourself and you're hardcore and you send me a message, I'll see you. Okay, I hope you see me. Peace and love, and keep sublating.